All right, so let's talk some important current affairs as usual. And the very first one is Dakar Declaration. Dakar Declaration. Dakar is not that Dakar which we take after eating limitless amount of food in any marriage ceremony. Dakar is uh, the capital of a country called Senegal. And in this declaration, basically, what happened that this declaration has been presented by 46 countries, and these 46 countries are the underdeveloped countries. And where they presented this declaration? This presented in the COP 28. COP,
चल रहा है
hmm? COP 28. COP 28, where it was arranged? It was arranged in
दुबई
UAE, in Dubai. So, in this COP 28, this Dakar Declaration, what was their basic demand? These 46 countries which came together and presented this Dakar Declaration. The demand of these countries was that look, we account around 14% population of the globe. 14% population, but we are responsible for less than 1% greenhouse gas emission, less than 1%. And their concern is that if we are only 14% responsible for the less than 1%, then why we are facing the main cost here? Why we are being the victim of the thing which is being done by the countries who are the superpower in terms of their economy? So the problem is being created by the top economies of the world. If you take the top 5 economies, you will understand that the major greenhouse emission is being done by those countries. But these underdeveloped countries, this is their main concern, which was presented through this Dakar Declaration in this COP 28. So this was the problem raised by them. Now what are their expectations? What they actually want from the countries who participated in this COP 28? 197 countries participated in this COP 28, which happened in Dubai. So their demand is that look, first of all, as soon as it is possible, you decrease the greenhouse gas emission so that we could feel some relaxation. The second thing, that the amount, or there is a term called climate financing, the amount which developed countries are paying to the underdeveloped country, right now it is 100 US billion dollar. Through this Dakar Declaration, these 46 countries, they told that by 2025 this amount must be doubled. This amount must be doubled so that we could understand that no, a justiciable compensation has been given. So for this thing, this Dakar Declaration came in the limelight. Now, as I have taken the name of this COP 28, so could you tell me what is this COP 28 and how it is related with the Earth Summit? What is this UNFCCC, and why the COP 21, which happened in Paris in 2015, why it is comparatively more important. So the first thing that the Earth Summit happened when? In 1992. Earth Summit. Where? In Rio de Janeiro. So in Rio de Janeiro, during the Earth Summit, the birth of UNFCCC happens. And this UNFCCC stands for the United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change. So the UNFCCC took birth in the Earth Summit, which happened in 1992 in Rio de Janeiro. After 2 years of the formation of this UNFCCC, the idea of the COP comes, and it stands for the Conference of the Parties. And this COP is the highest decision-making body of this UNFCCC. Or you can say the countries which participated in that Earth Summit, which led the formation of this UNFCCC. This COP is the highest decision-making body, and COP, as I have told you, that the Conference of the Parties. So conference, it means a sort of meeting. Every year, the conference happens where the countries, as it happened the COP28 in Dubai, and 197 countries participated. So the UNFCCC took birth from the Earth Summit, and this COP is the highest decision-making body. Whatever is being discussed or whatever has been discussed in the recently summit, this body will take the final call. So that's how this COP is related. The very first meeting of the, or you can say the COP first happened where? COP first, Conference of Parties, the very first. It happened in Germany, in Berlin, in 1995. In 1995. And this COP28, UAE, COP29, where it will happen? COP29. COP29. Azerbaijan. COP30. By the way, I don't think it will be asked, but COP30 will be arranged in Brazil. In Brazil. The COP21, which I was discussing, why it is important? It is important because in this COP21, which happened where? In Paris. In Paris. It is important because in this COP21, it was decided that the temperature should not go beyond the 1.5 degrees Celsius to the pre-industrial era. To the pre-industrial era. So this significant point was raised during the COP21, which happened in Paris. The temperature, yes, should not go beyond the 1.5 degrees Celsius to the pre-industrial era. But the way the execution is happening of all the plans and policies, those are being made almost in every platform of this globe. If you take that thing on the account or on the practical ground, this 1.5, it will only remain a dream. It will only remain a dream. Because I always tell that we are very famous for the planning. The Indian Agricultural Congress, which happened in Kosi, it took place in the Lee Meridian Hotel. We are very famous for the planning, but the execution is the biggest challenge here. So this COP21 for this thing, it is comparatively more important because this has become an objective to manage everything having 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature on the backdrop. Because if this is being controlled, almost all the problems related to the climate change will be controlled. Because one more news is related to this one, that is the CDRI. It stands for the climate. D stands for
Desert.
yeah,
Desert.
no. Okay, climate. D stands for something, and R stands for the reduction, and I stands for the infrastructure. This is an institute. It is located where? The headquarter of this CDRI located where? In Delhi. Okay, D stands for the disaster, climate disaster reduction infrastructure. And this is, don't think it is only a local institute. It is an international institute. Why it is international? Because it partners with the agencies of the United Nations. And this has released a report, and in through that report, what is the main thing here, that because of this climate change, the world is losing 300 US billion dollar infrastructure. 300. And the report is saying that if health issues are included, because we are not counting the health issues, those are happening because of this climate change, as we think, no, it has to be happen. So the various health issues, those are happening because of this climate change, which if those issues are being counted or are being what? I mean, we are monetizing or accounting in terms of money. If those things are included, then the amount will go more than 700, between 700 to 800 US billion dollar. And the report is saying that this amount which I am discussing, this is the one seventh amount of the world GDP. So you can understand how dangerous this climate condition is. So that's why, these all the COP meetings are very important, as we are trying to protect not to ourselves but the whole humanity and the whole planet. If we are not remaining, then what will be the meaning of this development and skyrocketing buildings and all those things? So this was the Dakar Declaration, and this Indian Institute, Indian Institute means which is located in Delhi, climate disaster reduction infrastructure, which has shown a picture to the world community that please do something. It's high time we took action on these climate related issues. One more thing is related to the climate, and that is the Spinoza Spinoza Award. Spinoza Award. Any idea it has been given to whom? It award is related to which country? This award is known as the Nobel of Netherlands. Nobel of Netherlands. And this, as I have already hinted, it is related to the environment. So this award has been given to Joita Gupta. Okay, don't confuse, the word Gupta is there, so she should be from India. She is living in Netherlands and she is a professor of environment in the Amsterdam University. And for climate change, to understand the climate change, to generate an awareness, this Joita Gupta has been awarded this Spinoza Award, which is known as the Nobel of Netherlands. Now let's discuss a personality whose name is Indramani Pandey. Indramani. Indramani. Any idea this person came in the news for what? Indramani. Actually, he has been appointed as the head of the BIMSTEC. He is a senior diplomat and has been appointed as the head of the BIMSTEC. I mean, head of the BIMSTEC means who takes care, the matters. You can say, in Hindi we call it Mahasachiv. So Indra Madi Pandey. So as it is, he is related with the BIMSTEC. So sometimes they may also ask which one of them is not the part of BIMSTEC. So I'm giving a very brief introduction of this BIMSTEC. It was founded in the year 1997. BIMSTEC. It is a combination of how many countries?
8.
No, 7.
7.
So BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC. B stands for
Bhutan.
It
Bangladesh.
starts with the Bangladesh. Bangladesh. I stands for India. M stands for Myanmar. S stands for Sri Lanka. T stands for Thailand. And two remaining countries are the Nepal and Bhutan. So 1997, when the institute was founded, 7 are the countries or the member of this BIMSTEC. The 2023 BIMSTEC summit is about to happen where? By the way, by this time, this summit should have happened, but due to some problems, it hasn't been happened till now. This will be held in Thailand if it is being held in the year 2023. It will be known in the coming month. So Thailand. Okay, rest of the information related to BIMSTEC we have already discussed in our IR classes. So right now I am not going to stretch it further. A person who came in the limelight, and he is known as the teacher of the street. Teacher of the streets. Why he is known as the teacher of, he got this kind of title because he served through the bottom of his heart, the kind of dedication he showed without worrying his life. He went on the streets, and he also went in some of the slum areas where the underprivileged children were living during COVID. All those things were done during COVID. And he taught to those students, those children, as I always tell, that education is the best weapon to change the nation, as told by Nelson Mandela, and followed by even our Prime Minister when he launched this PM series scheme, which I discussed in my last class. And for this kind of dedication, the kind of hard work and courage he showed during COVID when the whole world was packed, this man was running on the streets, going door to door and teaching to the underprivileged children. For this unprecedented work, unimaginable contribution to our educational system or to our country, this person has been awarded by the Global Teacher Award. Global Teacher Award. And this man is no one else but Deep Narayan. Deep Narayan from West Bengal. West Bengal. In West Bengal, there is a place called Asansol. Inside Asansol, there is a school called Tilka Manjhi. By the way, Tilka Manjhi is the personality related to Bihar. How they named in Asansol the school name after this, I exactly don't know. But in Tilka Manjhi, he is a teacher, government teacher. So just to understand the teachers of these primary levels, where can they reach? All right, now uh, a news related to the sport, as we have discussed some serious news. The main thing is this COP28, which uh, has made all of us to think deeply as it is related to our existence. The Indian Olympic Committee's meeting happened recently where? In India, inside the financial capital called Mumbai. And in this IOC meeting, what has been decided that the 5 games will be added. Any idea which are those games? 5 games. Any one of them? By the way, the Olympic 2024, which will be arranged next year in the month of July and August, where it will take place?
Paris.
Paris. And 2028? 2028, it will be arranged in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Los Angeles. All right, this Los Angeles, I have been remembering this place since my childhood or school days, because in English book there was a chapter called Pen Pal. I think the boy was writing the letter to a lady who was living in Los Angeles, and the boy was thinking that the lady is almost to my age, because the boy was around 10 or 12 years old or maximum 15. The boy was expecting, but the lady don't wanted to break the heart of the boy. That's why she was replying the letter, assuming herself as teenager. But at the very end of the letter, when I think the lady died, everything was disclosed, and the boy got to know that this lady was more than 70 years old. Los Angeles, it will be arranged. So in this 2028 Olympic, 5 new games will be added, and the first one is the cricket T20 version. Cricket. All right, cricket. The second is baseball. baseball. The third is flag football. Flag football. The fourth one is squash, and the fifth one is called cluster something. Cluster. Okay, this is a completely new game. When I read the name, then I searched it into the YouTube. But the game was quite interesting. You have to get the ball. You will be taking a stick on, and the top of the stick there will be a pocket, and in that pocket the ball you have to place, and by running you have to goal. It is like football, but
Hand together.
okay. So these are the 5 games which will be added in the next to next Olympic, which will be held in Los Angeles. Now let's discuss one more important news, and that is related to the one nation, one ID, and it is uh, APAR. APAR. APAR is an acronym of what? APAR is an acronym of automated, permanent, academic, account, registry. I'm repeating it. Automated, permanent, academic, account, registry. What is this? This APAR is, or you can say through this APAR you will get a unique number, or the way Aadhaar is there. Aadhaar is what? The main thing in Aadhaar is important what? That is the number, the digits. How many digits are in Aadhaar?
12.
12. Okay, I am not confirmed on it. So this kind of number will be given, and it will be given to whom? And you may be thinking that if already there is Aadhaar, then what is the need to give or to bring one more Aadhaar sort of thing? This will be, as I have told you, that academic account registry. So academic, as it is the word academic, so it should be related with the education. So it is for the students, the school goers, and also who are enrolled in the higher studies. By the way, this is not compulsory. This is not compulsory, because you have to provide the whole information, and the same kind of hue and cry will certainly take place, or has already been taking place, the way it happened when the Aadhaar was brought by the government, and so many people came that it is against our privacy and the data. Some of the news came that the Aadhaar card of Dhoni has been disclosed, that his information has been come in the public ground. So these kinds of things, or you can say the sense of security is the main problem here in this APAR. But the benefit of this thing will be that if any student is being the part of this APAR, he will get a number, and through that he will be eligible to generate a sort of you can say, the way there was a DigiLocker. So in the same way there will be, you can say, a locker in which you can place your all degrees, your all academic certificates. No matter you got the certificates after participating in any Olympiad, or your high school or inter or any kind of examination you have qualified, you can store all these certificates through this APAR, which will give you a unique number. So that's why it is called a one ID, one nation. One student will get one number or one ID and in one nation. And by doing this, you will get relief from what? From carrying the physical documents from one place to another without losing them, the way you are carrying the currency in your phone pay account. You can carry all these documents through APAR. So this APAR was basically, you can say, means one of the component of the new education policy of 2020. That's why this is being executed. Now the last thing that is related to this, could you tell me, yesterday I discussed the Olympic, okay, Asian Olympic. It happened where?
Guangzhou,
Yes,
China.
in China. Para-Olympic, where it happened?
China.
Yes, China, in the same place. Alright, actually this Para-Olympic has so many facts and figures. So I will discuss in my next class. So till now we have discussed this Dakar Declaration, this CDRI, Spinoza Award, Global Teacher Award, BIMSTEC, and APAR. Other than that, there are some more current related. By the way, there is hardly any difference between current and Pacific Ocean, as both are limitless. So the remaining things I will be discussing in my coming lectures. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.